What's up lads, my name's Peebsie and today we are doing more art criticism. I'm not sure if I should still be calling it art criticism because it's more like advice, so comments would be appreciated if you could tell me what I should really name this show or if I can improve my content at all. Also, hopefully with some advice taken from last time, I should have less white noise. We'll see about that, and thanks to all of those who commented on my previous video telling me how to improve. All the comments are really appreciated. I'm surprised no one commented on the absolute terrible quality of the video. It was definitely a learning curve. So today, I'll be trying to do more art pieces, seeing as a recent poll I found most of you definitely wanted me to critique more art in one video, which is nice to know that, because that means that you guys must enjoy my content enough to want my videos to last longer, or you all just want your art to be critiqued. So, for the first drawing, we have quite a popular artist on DeviantArt that I have been mutuals with for a year maybe. Her name is Artist Squared and her art is it's great, man. Just great. The piece we will be looking at, I'm not being sarcastic by the way, the piece we'll be looking at is called Hateful Girl, which really stood out to me for several reasons. Well, there's the obvious, the yellow. It's quite a bold choice there. I also like the typical sort of anime girl pose with the mini skirt, but it's contrasted with her flipping you off, so I found it a bit funny, a little humorous. The expression is fitting and the colours are fitting as well, with the red suggesting that she is maybe an aggressive character. As you can tell, this piece is very well drawn. Although, from what Artist Squared told me, she's more of an animator than an artist, so fair deuce. I mean, you gotta have some sort of art experience to do animation, but your art is definitely solid. Yeah. Your lining is smooth and clean, and yet it has a sort of sketchy sort of feel to it, and you can tell from this it isn't meant to be a perfect drawing. Its imperfections give it a charm. You have excellent colouring, you know what you're doing when you're shading with a variety of different colours to get interesting effects, and you use them appropriately. Improvements now, the fun bit. I can't believe I'm saying this again, but there isn't really much to say. Clearly you know what you're doing and you are taking the right path with your work. I feel like you are comfortable with your style and colouring, and so I can't say much about it other than keep it up. There are only very small picky things I would improve on, which would be the hands. The anatomy could be just a tad bit better, just a teeny tiny bit better, and I don't like to pick on hands because Jesus, I suck at hands too, but it can't all be perfect, you know. You could also improve a bit on drawing shoes. I hated drawing shoes for the longest time, like, it sucked. But I just kept using simple referencing for shoes, and you know, this makes all the difference, trust me, okay? Just to push your art further. It's like sort of like an extended target sort of advice thing that, you know, just sit down, draw some shoes. It's fun. It'll get fun. I know it sucks right now, but it'll get fun. Anyway, I hope this is good enough advice. I don't have much to say, fam. Your art's really great. On to the second piece we will be looking at, a watcher of mine called CyanCookie, who reached out to me when I asked for some pieces for criticism. I believe you are the best example for this. Your art isn't too good, it isn't too bad, I can suggest improvements, come up with good points, you know. It's a very balanced piece of art you brought me here, which is really nice. As you can see, this piece is drawn traditionally, so hopefully I can just help you out here with some traditional stuff. It's kind of hard because I'll have to whip out the camera. Alright, so there are some good use of colouring here, and your anatomy isn't bad. You definitely have the eyes and the face aligned correctly, and the way you don't use a bold pencil is really good because it gives a softer feel to it. I kind of like subtle, softer things. Ooh. Here comes the advice. I would try to colour just a tad bit differently. I would say this might be a pet peeve of mine, but when you can see the individual strokes of the pencil in the drawing, it sort of distracts you a bit. Try colouring more softly, then build up the layers until you get the colour that you want, and a shade you want. And also it removes the lines as well. It makes the piece look less flat and more full of life. You could also try using a technique which is colouring in small circles. It takes a lot more time, but it'll make your art look a lot better.
I'm so tired of being here. I'm so tired of being here.
On the right mono, I would try to explain how hands work, but honestly, I suck. The thing is, I struggle at hands myself, but I have got a piece of advice when it comes to drawing hands. Put your hand on your face. Go on. Notice anything? Damn right you do. Your hand is the same size as your face, or at least it's almost the same size. Now when drawing in the future, keep that in mind. It's a useful guide for drawing hands, because you can keep it proportional with the head. And the elbow joint on the left seems to be a bit wrong. I say that the arm's too long for the angle itself. You could, it's perspective and all, you could just shorten it down a bit. And then there's the cat ears as well, which are too triangular, and I would look at some references for cats. The ears are like a bit more rounded and a bit more shaped, and as well this perspective on the head isn't quite right. The ear on the right stands out too much. I'll give a little example of what I mean here. And also bunny ears. Bunny ears don't work like that. I honestly thought they kind of did, but after owning my own bunny, shout out to Aidwen, I found that rabbit ears have a lot more shape to them. Instead of them being like sausage shapes, I guess you could say, they sort of look more like this. Sorry if I got a bit picky there. I think you have plenty of potential in your art, and you definitely should not be discouraged. Take this as me violently trying to encourage you. Just need to work hard. Look at some references. I will go on about references a lot, because that is the number one thing you need in your art. Priority number one. Just scope out those references. Keep on looking them up. Trust me. I'm joking.